Hi everyone, this is Kay. Thank you very much for joining me today while I'm doing some more of my sewing journal. I've didn't show the part where I put the signatures in because I thought that would be a bit tedious to watch. I've just realised I left my drink bottle outside. Oh dear. So just this is just one of the signatures. I've just trimmed papers to fit and put a few things in, and I've got to now do some stenciling and stamping, which again I probably won't show you because I might do a little bit so you can see the process. And then actually today I'm going to be making some ephemera, and I need to put something in there, but I just need to count the other one first. Make sure I've got enough. All right, so put that to one side. So what I was going to do with my journal was going to use some of my stencils, and I have this stamp collection that I bought, which I thought would be, sorry, I just couldn't realise it's pretty glary for you, stamp set, which has got lots of really great sewing ephemera on them, so I'm going to use that for my journal. And I apologise if I've shown this to you before with the stamps and this sewing pattern stencil. So the idea being that you put the stencil over it and use some stamping, and I'll do that off camera because it could be a bit, like I said, a bit tedious. So, but today I did think I would show you how some ephemera I'm going to make. So I'm going to make this ephemera holder. So I use one of these sheets that I got from the signing pattern book. This was a Reader's Digest one that I got from Marketplace. So I've just folded the paper over in half, and then I did it in thirds like that. So I just need some glue. I'm going to use this for ephemera holder here, and this will just be blank. So we'll do the gluing down first. I've just got two glue bottles open here. One's dripping everywhere. Sorry for the crackling noise. So just going to glue that down first so it doesn't move while I'm creating. Oops. That first one always is tricky to come out, I think. First bit of glue to come out. Sometimes it's hard to come out, and then when it comes out, it just runs everywhere, and I've got to keep turning it, just switching it off because it just runs everywhere when it gets a bit warm. So we're expecting to have, they've given a bit of a rain warning here, because for the next few days, they're not rain warning, weather warning. I suppose you should use the word weather warning because of the expected lots of rain, and could cause a bit of a few issues. So we'll see, because it's already quite gloomy. It was sunny this morning, and we just have to see if we get the rain, they say, because sometimes we just don't always get the rain. They've said, I keep the words, never know, I might use the words, because we've had the lowest rainfall in July for a long time, even though it felt like it was it's been sort of these dark, dull days that looked like they're going to rain, and it hasn't. So if we haven't had as much rain as they wanted, then we probably need to have a bit more rain. Rain's good. Which side? I think that side. I'm going to just ink this a little bit in blue to match the cover of the dress of one of the women. It's got the blue dress on the cover. Just very lightly use the inking. I'm using peacock feathers, Tim Holtz peacock feathers, just to give it a little bit of a oomph, a little bit of colour, because I have to admit that sort of colour is a bit dull, isn't it? This sort of orangey colour. I might only get around to making two ephemera today, because I've worked out that if my videos are too long, they don't upload to YouTube very effectively. It's a whole new ball game, this whole technology thing. It's just, I have to learn how to do YouTube, and then I decided when I, at the same time, to do an Etsy shop, and that's always a little bit, that's always a little bit interesting, trying to do that. I've just realised how much information you really need to have in a description box, so I might have to go back over my Etsy shop and have a look, make sure I've got enough information, because somebody asked me the other day how many pages I had in one of my journals. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I don't really know that, so I had to go and count them. And I'm thinking, maybe I need to do that for all of my journals, so how many, what the measurements are, and page. We don't think of these things if you're not used to doing, you know, like if you're not used to doing that kind of thing, you just don't. I just didn't think of it. I just didn't think of it at the time when I uploaded all my things. So that means I've got to take all my journals out now and count all the pages and measure them all up and put them all on Etsy so that people know. You just think like a description, like two signatures, what the journal's made out of, you know, what you included in it, and all that stuff was going to be enough, and perhaps it's not, so I need to fix that. The only time I ever worked in retail and selling things was when I was a student, high school student, and a little bit when I was at teachers college, was as a checkout operator back in the day when you had to do how much change people needed in your head. So I think that would be good. What have I done? I didn't do it long enough. I didn't measure it to there, did I? Darn. You. Darn. I'll have to do it again with another bit of... I wanted to have the ephemera holder right across there, so I might have to take that off. Save it for a rainy day. Pay attention, Kay. Make sure you've got the right... I didn't think I had the right folder. I was worried about it being the wrong folder, so I'm just going to find where I've got that from and do another one. I'd have to just turn you off a minute while I have a look. So I had to find a completely, totally different one. It was just on the floor down here where I tend to sort of keep all my bits and pieces. Because I've run out of, because in front of me here is a whole range of shelves that I put all my things in, and like I've got my dies and stamps in one section over here, and then in this section just here I've got a double-sided tape, my little die cutting machine, my labels that I use, and my card bases, and then in the shelf here I've got washi tape and watercolor pens, and then down below I've got all my pens and glue and scissors and other things that I use. And the last one over here I've got the books I can't bring myself to use for junk journals. I've got a few Edith Holden ones there, can't bring myself to use those. And then down there I've got all my paints and stuff which I don't really use a lot of. So if I didn't have that on my desk, I probably would have a lot more room. But because it's sort of on my desk to make sure, because it's on my desk, because it's just, and if I move my desk up further, probably the whole shelf wouldn't be balanced enough and fall, so that wouldn't be a good thing. I put glue on the wrong side, that'd be about right. So hopefully this time I've got it right. That's better. So it's got an ephemera holder here, so for some of the ephemera could be sitting in here. I just need to decorate this front. I've got a variety of things here. What should we use, do you think? Do you want a big tag? If it's on there like that, or do you want something smaller to sort of use one of these could use this big sewing machine here. I quite like that. Oh, I don't know. I'm worried now if I use something like that, I'll be sorry I used it. Oh, yeah. It's just silly, cat. It's just silly. We might just. I think we might, in the end, I think we might just use one of these. Baker's going to make so lovely. So much Spencer Soul. I think this one. Just trim that up and see how we go. Just need to rule a few lines because I don't want to find. I've got to find my ruler. Where did I put it? I was ruling up something before and I just put it somewhere, and now it's probably underneath everything else I've got here on my table because it's all scrunched up. I've got things on my table. If I can't find my small ruler, I have to use this one. So we just want to trim it at the sides here, so we don't want to cut the dress form. Put that there. Might use it as another piece of ephemera. Oh God, where do I put it? I have got what I call ordered mess because I've got all my things that I've fuss cut ready to help with making these things over here. And I pour them all, sort them into little piles. I probably should get my little sorting tray that I have and just put them all in there, and that way I would have a bit more room. But no, I have to make things hard for myself. And then this side, when I went on top of my little die cut, on top of my little cutter, I've got all my other things like the sticker tray and the tissue paper from the sewing pattern. Right, let's just put that to one side again. I can't bring myself to throw anything away at the moment because it might just never. I just need it. I think that looks really good in there. Just add that there. Just a little bit of blue. Why not? Just a little bit. That's just still left on the brush. Very useful when that happens. We've got a little bit left over. Right, got too many glues out. Put one away. So just put that on there. I quite like that side as well, but just put that there. And then whoever wants the journal can probably cut that off and use it somewhere else if they wanted to. Okay, so then we've got, like I said, I've got room for some ephemera in there. So just that, I'm just making the ephemera holders for the moment, so we'll just leave that to one side. So we've got one made. It doesn't look very straight though, does it? Bothering me. Okay, there's that one. And then we've got a little fold one here. I've just got that's going to go there like that. Got glue on this one as well. I have to put something there, so because I can't get that one off. As anything, this rubber works really well, but you have to use it pretty much when the glue is still wet, because if it's dry, it just makes a. I always have it just doesn't seem to work as effectively. Perhaps it's me, the user. Who knows? More than likely, the user. it's going to create a little day. Oh, you know what I didn't do after that? Yes, Kay, you didn't ink the edges, Kay. So just going to, just so it looks a little bit different from the, this is wallpaper. I chose it because it matches. I've got a dress here, you probably don't remember, but one of the dresses is blue, and one of the dresses was sort of like a beigey colour. So I chose that because I chose this paper to sort of match that. I like to sort of have a bit of a consistency with trying to do some of the colours matching. This is such a, the collection I'm using, this one here, Cartabella Craft and Create one, is very colourful, which is, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but for the cover, I want to sort of tie some of the things in together with the cover, with the patterns in the cover. It's all the way over there. Otherwise, I'd grab it and show it to you. Because next to me on my desk, I've got two sets of drawers, and on one is my new Gemini Junior. I love it. I love it. I love it. Certainly saving my arms whilst got it the other day. Wonderful, saving me so much trouble. So that's another ephemera holder. So the ephemera would go in there like that, and it's going to be decorate the front. Didn't do a very good job of cutting it. Okay, sticking because it's hanging over the edge. What should we put on the front? Let's use one of these. Still sticking out a little bit. Isn't it funny how you measure it, and then when you actually stick it down, because it's folded over, it has a stick out thing. I've lost a. Let's put these words on there. Should we put these words on there? The words let's create. Maker's got to make. What should we have? Make things pretty. I really want to use this word create, but this has got banners and it won't fit across there, and that would be a spoiling of it, I think. I need to have a little bit of a tie around there, or a clip, I think, maybe. What have we got that we can use that I'm not going to use? We could use that. And that. And the scissors, maybe. There was two there, there are two there. You might need to do that a bit different, I think. Could just put buttons on there. Got buttons. You know, like a bit like a, I've actually got one of these that I actually made when I was a long time ago. That's actually got folded over with inside. It's got pins and needles. Well, it used to have pins and needles, not much anymore. But I might actually use my stamp. I don't want to sort of overdo it. So I'm going to use one of these stamps. Let's do this one. I think it looks. I think it might just look effective just with a bit of stamp, with a fake stamping, fake stitching, forced. In fact, I know the word is for. But, now it's got ink everywhere. That particular ink pen is very juicy. It just seems to run everywhere. So bit wonky there, Kay. Not quite. Yeah, I think that just maybe just one thing in the middle. Maybe. I think maybe just the one thing in the middle would look good. Might just leave that block out. Put on something else. Of course, Kay, just put on something else. Make everything else fall down. Could just do scissors, a spool, some buttons, and like I said, you don't want to have too much on there, so might just leave it like that. Well, I think that's enough. So that's another little folder. So I'm going to, so I've got 2 folders there for ephemera. I've also got some tags here ready to go. Just push one to the side, just make more mess. I'm going to stick this on there like that, because it's too flimsy to have on its own, because it's a bit of a shame really, because you can't see the back of the other side then. Oh well. Sometimes you just have to make choices. And whether that needs anything else, sorry. Just trouble is because it's so thin. You wouldn't think it was the same dye. It's just not matching up. That's annoying. That's annoying. I know what I did. I probably cut it on the other side, the other way. Yeah, I've got that. Does it? I think it needs something else though. Maybe some buttons. Can't put my scissors. I could do the zigzag. Oops, I was going to have it there, wasn't I? I could do the zigzag stitching pattern again, but this has already got a fake stitching pattern in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the die. It's really, it's just interesting that, you know, like when you're doing the you know, YouTube, you just can't, sometimes you think, oh, the words just don't come, you know, to the front of your head quickly enough. It could be not just YouTube, it could be just me getting older. Just making it look a little bit pretty now at the moment. And I might do a couple of these buttons. Oh, there's buttons there, isn't there, Kay? What's on this one? Nothing. What's on the other one? One buttons up here. Just a short little button. I love the buttons on that paper. It's just so pretty. Just a sort of that space there. Just need something. I've got some real objects like sewing patterns and things like that, so I could use some of those. And I've got a bit of a measuring tape here, so do one of that. Looks a bit, no, I don't know if I like it though, because it's sort of a bit plasticky, but we could take a little bit off here, off the sticker sheet, just a little bit. Teach me to cut things on an angle. Yep, that's good. And maybe one down here for that in thirds. Oh, that's good. Oh, so that's one tag using some of the pattern from the paper. I've sort of got 2 ephemera holders, done the tag, but all these other tags here to do, but I'm going to use this big tag that I just do cut freehand, because I'm going to use tissue paper on this one. This is going to be interesting. I don't know which way around it goes. So I might do it this way. Very delicate, the tissue paper. I wasn't sure how else to sort of use it. I've watched loads of people on YouTube making sewing journals, and they've just used the package. And perhaps that's what I should have done really. Perhaps I might do that another time. But I've never seen anybody use the actual pattern from inside the packet, so I'm never too sure. I've got all these sewing patterns, and I'm not too sure. Some people say they use the tissue paper for wrapping their Etsy sales, but the thing is, I tried that once and it broke. So you can use it for colour. I just thought it was a good idea too. Right, now I've actually made that all not flat, not straight now. So this needs a bit of decoration as well, because it's a bit bland. So what can we put on there, do you think? Scissors. Let's use some scissors. If I can find them, pick them up. And a spool maybe. I don't know, it just sort of doesn't really go. We could use the stencil. Let's do the stencil and see how that goes. Yeah, that's fine. On this side is about a bit. And that was just my sticker sheet on the floor. And, that looks effective, but it does need something. Let's have a look at the sticker sheets. It's on the floor, so I might just use the big pair of scissors. Sorry, it's very shiny. Beg your pardon. Let's do like some of these spools. I like this spool picture. That's nice. I like that. and just a couple of buttons. Got another spool down here maybe, or just another one to join that one. No, I think that we'll leave that as that. And I've got what else have I got here? There was that one, and I think that was, I've got this Tim Holtz one that I've cut out that I'm going to put in my journal and put some of the ephemera in. I've got an old slide here that I want to repurpose. I had one before in another journal and I wasn't sure, because this actually can come out from the middle here, but I actually just used my knife and cut it out. And I'll try to put some acetate in there for the other one I did, and it just didn't work properly. So obviously you've got to be very careful. I mean, if you don't want to have that out, you've got to leave it in, but I quite want it out. There's a bit of it there. And I couldn't quite work out how to do one with the acetate. So what the idea being is that we use this to highlight something. So what can we highlight? Okay. So we could highlight, going to stick some paper around the outside of that, or maybe even some of the, I've got some paper here. Use some of this maybe. That will look pretty, and then decide what to have in the middle. So last time I just used washi tape because I found that was easy. So I'm going to be the easy way. Just use some washi tape, I think, because I've got this washi tape in the journal as well, because I thought it was matched the colours. And then the idea is to sort of have it like an element in your journal. Might have to do 2 layers. Sure, you don't really want to watch me do this, really. So I might leave you now and keep playing with it. I think let's have a look to see if we'll be better with 2 layers. Oh yes, just better with 2 layers. So that's what I'm going to do. So we'll leave you for now, and I want to say thank you very much for those people who have subscribed to me lately, and for all my other subscribers sticking to me. Please give me the thumbs up and make a comment. That's so helpful, and just so I know you're watching me, that'd be really great. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye.